Before we actually start doing any of the actual hydraulic dredging, we're going to be doing some debris removal. And with the debris removal, basically we'll be using an excavator, sort of like this, it's kind of like a finger rake, and it's going to be feeling through the bottom of the harbor to find any kind of large sediments, large rocks or, other kind of debris. And you can see here some of the type of things we found in the past: tires, shopping carts, all sorts of stuff. So you will find all kinds of material. And that material will be disposed of as waste. Let's see. So to get into some more details about the hydraulic dredge, here's a picture of it. I don't know if you guys have seen this in a while. We have pictures on our website. But the hydraulic dredge is essentially like an auger. It has a rotating piece in the front, and it's all the material that we pull up from the harbor, all the sediments, are basically pumped into this pipeline, and then it's pumped down into Area C. We're estimating this year that we're gonna go down to a depth of an average of 2 feet, but there are some areas where we'll be going a little deeper. So that, how deep we go, is based on previous characterizations that we've done. We also do some sediment coring every season. We do it before the season starts and during and after. So we're keeping track of where we are, how far we've gone down, and what the PCB concentrations are. So again, here I have just a sample of Area G, which is the top area in the purple on that map, to show you the depth that we're going to. So the areas in green essentially equate to about ½ a foot to a foot, and so you have yellow, some yellow, which is about 2.5 to 3 feet, and then you have some areas here where we found higher concentrations of PCBs, and we have to go a little deeper, or it's been found deeper, so it's about to 6 feet. So our maximum depth at this point is about 6 feet.
So I'm just going to ask you to keep moving on this to respect the time and the length of the presentation, okay?
Yeah, so as I said, the sediment is pumped into the pipeline, and it's moved down into Area C, where we have a desanding facility. And the desanding facility basically separates the coarse material from any other shells and the finer sediments. This material that gets separated in the desanding building is separated according to the level of the concentrations of the material. So anything above 50 parts per million is considered TSCA waste. So that material is separated and put aside to be disposed of at a TSCA facility. All of the waste from this area is trucked, and it's always been trucked to the various landfills, whether it's a TSCA facility or a non-TSCA facility. So once the soils are, once it's gone through the desanding area, the water is pumped down to the dewatering area. And the dewatering facility basically.
Yeah, I'm getting the sense folks want you to move a little faster just because we're looking at the clock. So if you can just sort of roll through these slides and highlight anything.
It's nothing against you.
I know, and I think a lot of people.
Because this is redundant to a lot of us here.
Right, a lot of you have been here, but there are some people that haven't been here and haven't heard about the dredging process. So, we have meetings about all kinds of things. This is one of the meetings that we're having to try and provide you some additional information. So, I'll keep moving through, but once we take the material out of the dewatering facility, the material is taken to a landfill. This year, we won't be putting the material into the rail cars like we typically do. They will be going into trucks. There is some construction going on the railroad bridges, so we'll be trucking all of our material to to a transfer facility in Worcester. And then once it gets to the transfer facility, it'll be transported by rail to Michigan, to a TSCA facility in Michigan. So kind of to get into some more of the details of the mechanical dredging that's going on in Area Q. And Area Q is this small area here near Sawyer Street. Part of the reason why we're doing mechanical dredging in this area is because compared to the other areas, it is a smaller quantity that we have to remove. The area is shallow and we're right near the shoreline. We have done mechanical dredging in the past, and we will also be conducting some air monitoring in there. We'll have an air monitor right off the dredge, right off near the excavator area. And we will have air monitors in other areas south of the dewatering facility. I'm sorry, of Sawyer Street. Let's see. So basically, this is kind of what it'll be like. It'll be an excavator with a long arm removing the sediments from the shoreline area. And just to kind of, as I mentioned, we will have some air monitoring going on in the area, but we will be doing other kinds of monitoring also. We'll continue to do our water quality sediment monitoring, and we will be evaluating the fish migration, and the state will continue to do the seafood monitoring. As I mentioned before, a lot of the monitoring that goes on happens before, during, and after the dredging. I won't go into a lot of any details tonight about the monitoring that we conduct, but you're welcome to go to our website. We'll be putting out a press release in July, which will provide a little bit more information. We will have office hours, and you can also contact our community involvement coordinators, Kelsey and Jeanette, to get more information. We also are hoping to maybe provide some additional information about the monitoring at our next meeting.